Hello and welcome back.
Hello, welcome back everyone.
We've got some exciting news for you today and we do need your help. So stay with us because we're going to ask you for a bit of
Yes,
advice.
we need your help for advice.
So we're off again on our travels. We're going to get a ferry, aren't we, across to Spain?
Yes, so we weren't sure if we was going to do the ferry again, but we've decided because of time restraints that we're actually getting the ferry over to Spain. And I think the ferry is actually called, it's not the Salamanca this time, it's the Santonia.
It definitely begins with an S. We'll put it
begins with an S. But yeah, so we're getting the ferry straight over to Santander.
Yeah, so it's another one that's 2 nights, but we're heading there sort of evening time. So we'll be into the evening already when we get on to start off with.
Yeah.
We will do a vlog, just a quick vlog this time because we've already done the ferry before.
Yeah, it's just a different ferry, but I think they look pretty much the same.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
So 2 nights on there, but we arrive early morning in Spain, don't we?
Yeah, about 8 o'clock. It says 8 o'clock. I'm assuming that's UK time, so it might be about 9 o'clock Spanish time. Because they stick with UK times on the actual ferry throughout the whole journey, if I remember.
Yeah. And Lee's managed to get us a window cabin on the way there.
Yes, so that's good. I couldn't get one on the way back. Must have been fully booked or something. But yeah, we've actually got a window to look out of, and especially being there 2 nights, you know, it's nice just to see what's going on outside the cabin. What's
the package called that you get with it that we were offered, but we decided not to go ahead with it?
So you got the food passes. So you can get food passes on the ferry. I've opted not to, but you just save a percentage, and it can only seem to be used on the trip that you're taking and you bought the passes for. So if you don't use them, you might lose the money.
Yeah.
So we've just opted to pay as and when we need to for whatever we're going to do on the ferry.
So have you ever done that? Have you ever got the food package? Is it worth it? It'd be good to know. If you can let us know in the comments. We are starting a holiday the minute we get on that ferry.
Yeah, straight to the bar.
Yeah. So we are going out there the end of August. So we'll be out there for a month. So where are we going this time then?
We're off to Portugal again. Now, we have been to Portugal before. However, we never really explored it enough, and we want to explore it a little bit more.
So last time we went into Portugal, we went to Pineel, was the first place we went over the border. Lovely little town, wasn't it?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. It had like a little castle thing, and we walked through the town. It was
very
quite
medieval.
Nice. It was an easy stop for the first one.
And they don't have many camping car park options airs in there. That was one of about 4.
Was it 4?
Maybe maximum between 2 and 4 they've got out there. They're trying to grow them. And they might have more now, but when we went out, they were trying to grow over there because they're mainly French, aren't they? But they do try and get them into other countries. So we stayed in one of them and it was beautiful. It was so peaceful. So we do have that in the previous vlogs. If you go through and look at our Portugal vlogs from, was it May last year? And then we headed off to Coimbra because I made a mistake last time, didn't I? And I was trying to get to Porto and I put in and I ended up going to Porto Portugal, and then we realised time-wise we were at the north and that was the south, so we had to ring them up and change the date. So really we could only do like one more stop before heading there. So we went to Coimbra, didn't we? We decided to a big city.
Yeah, nice big city.
It was a great big university there, wasn't it? Up on the hill.
Yeah, well worth a visit, definitely.
Oh, really good.
Definitely.
And we had to stay in a campsite for that because it was the closest we could get, but we found out there, didn't we?
Well, we found out there about the taxi service.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So the Bolt app, a bit like Uber really, but it's a Bolt app, and God, them taxis were cheap as anything. It was probably just as cheap to get the taxi for 2 than it was getting the bus. Yeah. So I liked Portugal for using the Bolt app. You seem to be able to use it in quite a few places.
Yeah.
Well, the few places we stopped anyway.
And we thought if we went like budget car, because there are different options, we were going to get a budget car, but they were quite smart, weren't they, for the cheaper prices? It's
very smart.
It was really good, and some of them speak English as well, don't they? So we did quite well there. And then we headed off to Porto Portugal, which was a mistake booking. A
good mistake, because that pitch was great. The area was lovely and beautiful. The sea was turquoise blue. Yeah, it was picturesque. There was a few cove beaches and stuff like that.
We had a few people follow us there, didn't we? From our vlog, that went there and have stayed there longer, or they've actually given us feedback and said they actually loved it, didn't they?
Yeah, it is beautiful.
So, and then we headed into Alba, somewhere we wanted to go. We'd seen a few vlogs on that, and we went to go in the Algarve, so we picked Alba.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed it there, didn't we?
We explored that part of it anyway, the Algarve.
We were there for about 5 nights, weren't we?
Something like that, yeah. That was our long stay.
We don't feel like we've done enough of Portugal because that was only 4 places.
Yeah.
So there's lots more to see. And I really want to go to Porto. And that's where I'd like to sort of head first. So how we need your help is as soon as we get off the ferry, we're heading straight, because it's in the morning, straight across the border. We've got our first stop across the border because I wanted to secure that. And then we do want to go to Porto, don't we?
Yes, yeah.
But we have no idea what's best because you can see reviews, you can see campsites and stuff. We are looking for the probably cheapest, most securest option, as closest as we can to Porto.
To explore it.
Yeah, somewhere we can leave the van, somewhere where we don't mind going 30 minutes if the van's secure, we can go. I know you can never be 100% secure, but as secure as you can. So we can just either walk, get the public transport, so use the taxis, whatever. But just a short journey for us, 30 minutes or something max. We would go walking or bus, but taxi, I don't know, 15 minutes.
So from Porto, we would like obviously any of your suggestions about that area, but we do need more. Now, how long are we staying from Porto and we're travelling down the west coast?
We've got a week. We've got a week on the west coast.
A week on the west coast, all the way down to the Algarve. So any recommendations of stops? They can be a 1 night. If it stretches to a 2 night, that's fine.
We might do some 1 or 2 nights depending on how the driving's going, how we're feeling.
Yeah.
We would like all your suggestions. If we don't use them this time, we'll probably go back again anyway. We love Portugal, so we'll keep them for next time. And if we do use it, if you don't mind, we will ask. We'll probably shout you out on the bloggers to say it's from, suggested by yourselves.
Definitely.
But we decided that, we can pick these places, but we could get it wrong. So we do want the best experience, and with your help, I think we'll get that. And then we've got a week in the Algarve. Now we are going back to Albufeira for the 2 nights. I reckon we'll stay there because we don't need much longer than that. But we found a lovely Indian there, didn't we, last time? So we want to go back to the Indian, maybe go out both nights, because we know we can do that there. We know we can get out and have our nights out. That's why we're picking to go back there. So we've got a bit of evening time.
Plus it's a nice area, Albufeira.
Yeah. We haven't actually been on the beach, as in like a beach day there.
Not a beach day. We've been on the beach, but not a beach day. We've explored the town and stuff like that, and it's a lovely old town, and the way the streets all go off, and I like all that. But any more stops on the Algarve?
Maybe Ferry. I quite fancy Ferry.
Yeah, maybe.
But we've got a week, so if you can think of any ideas on there. We'd like to know places that you want us to show you. Is there something nice that we can vlog? I mean, we don't mind paying for things if it's excursions and stuff. If it's worth it, if we're going to get the experience and really enjoy it, and it's good value for money, and we're going to be able to show it to you, then we're quite happy with spending some money. It's a holiday.
The main help is the west coast of Portugal and Albufeira.
Algarve, you mean?
Algarve, not Albufeira. We don't want to stay there for a week. No, right. So and the Algarve, of course. And then after that, it looks like we're going to cross the border again into Spain.
But we've already got that planned.
Yes.
You will see where we're going and what we're doing. We've already got that planned. As you may have seen in the past on this channel, I normally have a great big suitcase.
You do.
And Lee has a little bag.
yeah. On the bigger trips, I must admit.
You have 2 bags.
I have 2 bags. Yeah, 2 bags. But I know we're going to do washing and stuff like that. And you just like to have things for every single occasion, be it if it's going to be winter, summer, in the middle, a night out, a morning.
20 dresses and I only wear one. Yeah, something like that.
But I think that's quite typical.
Don't even talk about the shoes. Anyway. Right. So
although you have cut down on your shoes.
Yeah, I've given you a bit more space now.
Yeah, I can get 2 pairs.
2 pairs in now.
I can get 2 pairs in there now. Yeah.
So we were sent something, weren't we? But we'd like to show you, which could help you and has actually helped us.
Yeah, and I know it's definitely going to help you with storage.
So we've been sent this vacuum bag by Aragogo, I believe it's pronounced. Now, this is a smaller one than what I would actually need for all my clothes, but it's a good example and I have found a use for it. So I'm going to show you what you can do with it and what I'm going to do with it. So this bag has claimed to help you save up to 6% packaging space. You can also double it up as a wash bag if you wanted to. It does say it fits in 20 items plus. you can fit in there, and they're meant to be wrinkle free, and you can get lots of use out of it, and you can keep using it and using it and using it, which is really good. So it's waterproof as well. I am going to try this with the 20 items first, see how that works. And then I'm going to put something in there that I've been trying to save space on for a while. So when you get the box with the bag in it, you also get a pump, which is multi-purpose pump, like a generic one. So it does actually vacuum and actually pumps out air as well. So you could use that for something else you might find it useful for. It's got lots of different attachments. This is the actual bag. The zip's a little bit stiff when you first get it because it is waterproof and it's is vacuum. So it's meant to have a really good seal on it. As you can see, I've already started packing for the holiday. So I'm going to get these out and just see what we can do with these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 9. Look at that. I've actually packed 20 tops, and that was unintentional for this review. So let's see if I can get them all in this bag. So easy peasy. I've just actually shoved them in there as I got them out the cupboard. So there's 20 tops in there. This is a smaller bag that claims to have 20 items in it. I think if I was going to save, like if I wanted to put my dresses in a bag, I would go for a bigger bag because that's what I would like for taking loads of dresses with me. Because then it would keep them in the wardrobe, because you could hang it in the wardrobe and it would be to one side. So that would make all the dresses out of the way of the day-to-day clothes that I would wear. This attachment is the one that goes in. So obviously you've got your pump area and your vacuum, so we don't need the pump area. And the pump area actually has a light on this one, which is pretty cool. And then there's a little button, if I can find where it is. And as you can see, sucking all the air out. Unplug it, fasten that in, and there you have it. So you can actually hang these up. So you could hang it up in your wardrobe, put it in a cupboard, stick it under your bed, whatever you wanted to do. So if you've got winter clothes, summer clothes that you want to put away and get them out when the season's right, you could use one of these. To open it then, you say it's a little bit stiff. And that's it, clothes come out. And they're just like when I put them in. So when I was at the Vanlife festival, if you've watched the channel before, you may have seen that I bought this fantastic dry robe. Love it to bits, but I'm not going to need it now. And when I'm travelling, it's a bit bulky. So I have already done this and it works really well. I'm going to put this in there, show you what it looks like, and it just tucks away at the back of the cupboard. Managed to squeeze that in. In there is my dry robe. Look at the space that I saved. That was too big and bulky, and when I had it hung up in there, it was taking about a third of the whole hanging space up. So this, if you have a look in here, if I was to hang that up now, look at that. It's way better. But I actually will shove it in the back. So I've got space in the back of here. I will shove it in the back of there. But for now, it's going to go in storage. Like that. It's not going to take up any room at all, and I'm really happy with it for that reason. Definitely be using this, and I will be looking at other sizes as well for different items. So thank you very much, Aragogo, for the opportunity of having this and using this. If you are interested in it and you want to look at the different sizes and how many items you can get in there, maybe you just need it for just to put your winter clothes or summer clothes away, or like me, to put your massive dry robe away in the summer. Then go into the description. There'll be a link in there with the discount code, so go check it out. Now back to our trip.
Yes.
One of the things we did notice last time when we went out to Portugal is it's a different way from Spain and from France in how we do the tolls.
It is. But I think France, actually, on our last trip, they're starting to catch up with these tolls where it's basically just done by camera.
Yeah, that was in Normandy area.
That was in the Normandy area of France. That seems to be changing. But going back to Portugal, yeah, you've got the two types of tolls out there. Now, it seems to be that older roads will have the toll booths. If you see a toll booth with a barrier, then stop at the barrier.
Yeah, don't go in the drive-through one. If it's got a barrier, do not just drive straight through, because they'll have you.
They're tags.
Yeah.
They're tags. So you ain't got a tag. Unless you've got a tag, obviously. But if you ain't got a tag, stop at the barrier, and then, yeah, you'll pay. You can pay by cash or card. You may get a card and then pay at the other end, or you may pay there and then. So they're the ones you stop at. But then the newer motorways, it seems to be that you've got where you're just driving through. So sometimes it's hard to know where the toll system is, but you usually see a lot of cameras up on top.
And it's better to have an account already sorted.
Yeah.
Or if you haven't, make sure you pull over. Some places
so there's kiosks. Now, it's quite confusing. So when we was out there last time, we never really see a kiosk. I think we might have seen one.
But we've heard that people had stopped and used them. That's
right. And these kiosks are before the motorway really starts. But anyway, that to me is so confusing. But what it's Portugal Tolls, I believe that's the website. It will all be in the description anyway for the website where you can actually log on. And it's a recent, within a year or two, that you can now actually register online. Just before we get on the ferry, because the ferry has got very poor internet, I will set up the Portugal toll system, and it's quite straightforward online. You literally put
Why do you leave it till then?
Because you've only got 30 days and then you've got to renew it again. So we're not going to be in Portugal for 30 days. So I will just do it just before, because the internet signal's poor on the ferry. And then when we get over, I know I haven't got to worry, and I've got 30 days from when I register the vehicle and the bank card that we can go through Portugal with ease, really.
Can you re-register it after 30 days then?
Yeah, you can re-register it. Yeah, and a foreign vehicle can register on this system. And the newer motorways will have where you just drive straight through, and the ANPR cameras will pick up your registration plate. And it don't bill you there and then. If you're travelling through the whole day, you might find it's something like, I don't know, 80 cents on one stretch. It might be €1.50 on another. Through that day, it will collect all the information, and then with that, it'll give you one bill. So it won't give you these little bills coming out of your bank. And not only that, it takes a few days, I think about 7 days actually to clear from your account.
What we're telling you now is the experience that we had last time and where it is now. Obviously, if you're watching this video later on, or if you want to double check for yourself, go and do your own research and make sure you find out the up-to-date information, because things do change, don't they?
But the best thing to do is go down in the description. There will be the website for the Portuguese toll system, official website, and it have all the information of both toll systems, what roads they actually are on, and how to register your vehicle for paying on the electronic toll system, as they call it.
And something else I wanted to mention, if you have been following us for a while, we were looking for a family campsite on our last holiday, which was our last summer holiday in Spain. And we went through a few places to try and find it. Now, we have actually found one on our journey last year, and it's the one near Benidorm, and it's camping Al Mafra.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's at Benidorm. It does help that we can just pop into Benidorm, and it's quite English spoken, well, very English spoken. And we can just dip in and out of there as and when we need it. But we've not just done it because of Benidorm. We've done it because it's Alicante. We love the Alicante area.
Yeah.
And it's got links to other places.
Well, you've got the tram just outside, really, and that can take you, well, all over the Alicante area, really.
Yeah.
So you've got a good base.
We're going to go up to Denia. So when we are going back to Al Mafra this time at the end of our journey before we head back up Santander. We've got 5 nights there, but we will be going up to Denia and showing that, and we want to see Denia, so it's good to do that way. Other places to go, and we may be joined by family this time. We're not sure. We definitely are next year.
Next year we definitely are.
Yeah, your mum's coming out next year to there. And we just think, because we love the Alicante area, because it's where it's located, because you can get to other places, the campsite itself we absolutely love, and everyone that's been there have loved that campsite, haven't they?
Yes.
It's got the chalets for your family to stay in. It's got night entertainment. It's got restaurants, swimming pool. It's just a lovely feel, and they're very friendly there as well.
Yeah, and I think even mum would enjoy that there.
Yes, she would.
So I just want to give a big shout out to my mum, because she always moans and complains at me that the only time she ever sees me is on YouTube, and I don't even shout her out. So Sue, who's my mum, hello, and I hope you're watching. And if you're not watching, I know, because you won't reply to this. So
well, she is watching. She says that's the only time she sees you. Hi, Sue. Love you.
But yeah, that's random. Just add it in there. She may have gone a bit red-faced, but hey ho.
My mum doesn't watch us on YouTube, so I can't shout my mum. We will be putting videos out once a week. We'll be filming more, so they will still be going as we normally do after we've got back. But if you want to see us in real time, what we're up to, please follow us on our socials, Instagram or
yeah,
Facebook.
so it's Life's for Touring on the Facebook. You can just search for that and you'll see our page. And again, it's Life's for Touring on Instagram. So very easy to find. So if you link up to Instagram or Facebook, we post on both of them exactly the same, and you can follow us along real time.
Oh, and if you're not already subscribed to this channel,
yeah,
make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can keep up to date with our vlogs as well.
Definitely, and it's not just about subscribing, which we all know is free anyway. It's if you do hit the notification bell, if that's something you do because you like to follow along with different channels, there is a thing on there where you've got to select all, because if you don't select all and have it as personal, then you miss notifications, not just from our channel, but from other channels as well. So it's just something to highlight there.
Yeah. The reason you're saying it is because we have had people saying, no, they haven't had videos out for a while.
Yeah.
We do have videos out every Thursday at 5:30.
Yeah. If you don't hit the notification bell or you don't want to subscribe, don't get us wrong, we would love you to subscribe. However, we do have a video out at 5:30 in the evening every Thursday.
So we're on the subject of YouTube. We had a comment last time, didn't we, on our last vlog?
Yeah.
That was something quite important that we had to fix.
Yeah, so it's basically highlighting the adverts. Now, we've never really looked into the adverts. Obviously, we're a monetized channel, so adverts do give us that very, very small bit to help with our travels. But what we didn't realise is we have an advert at the beginning and the end. Well, that's YouTube standard, but within the middle of the video, you can actually have them automatically set up where the adverts are placed and how many adverts are there, really.
That's what you had it on, wasn't it?
That's what I had it on.
Yeah.
I didn't really know you could play around with it and change that. Now, I don't think we've got control over how many adverts, but what we have got control of where they're placed and how many.
As in, like, how many breaks, not how many adverts are in the breaks.
Yes.
That's
so
what you mean, yeah.
We're playing around with that. And I think on, well, definitely the last video we've done, we've had a better response on that.
We were watching someone else's channel, obviously I'm not going to mention them, last night. Someone we like watching. And we realised that what they've done, by the time it got to 8 minutes, they'd had about 4 advert breaks.
Yes, yeah.
Sometimes only 1 advert,
and that
sometimes
we know.
3.
Yeah.
And we thought, if that's what people are seeing from us, I can understand why it's quite annoying.
Yeah.
So
now, we know that's going to
yeah,
spoil the viewer experience.
which is a shame when it's a good video like we were watching.
Yeah,
last
and we
night,
like the viewer experience. We watch YouTube all the time, so we like that experience as well. And if you're just about to get immersed in something that's interesting and an advert comes up, then it sometimes can be a bit of annoying.
We have to have adverts because we're monetized for us to make money from YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube is going to stick adverts in even if you're not monetized.
Yes.
So basically we have to have the adverts and it's how we place them. So
it's us taking control of the adverts.
We've taken control a little bit more on these adverts, so hopefully it's a better experience for yourselves.
Yeah, so let us know, is it a better experience? Now it looks like we're going to have 2 adverts placed or ad breaks within hours and not about 8, which I think it was automatically doing.
So if we've got a 20-minute video, we'll probably just have 1 ad break in there. If we've got a 30-minute video, there'll be 2.
Yeah.
We'll look where we're going to place them. So we're not going to say exactly where we're going to place them, but they will. That's what we're trying to do, rather than one coming up.
Yeah, so with
often.
the experience from this video, the couple of videos beforehand, and then every video future is let us know. How is that working? Is it giving you a better viewer experience? Bear in mind there will be adverts. It's just we're trying to minimise the adverts breaks for you guys to have a better viewing experience, basically.
The next video after this you'll see is the Western Warner Show.
Yes, it is.
So,
yeah!
And actually, when you're watching this video, we'll actually be there because we're heading out on the Thursday. So the Thursday night when you see this, if you watch it on the Thursday.
Yeah, we will be there. And oh, hang on. If you want to recognise me.
If you're there and you want to see us and you want to come and say hello, just in case it's in disguise.
Yeah, I will be in disguise. So if you want to recognise me, I'll be looking something like this. Yeehaw!
It's put me off a bit. So it was the yeehaw, actually. So if you are at the Western right now, and it is Thursday or the following weekend when you see this. Do come and say hello to us. If you want a sticker, we'll give you a sticker. If you don't, that's fine. Just come and say hello. Oh my God.
Hey, at least I'm wearing it right, not like you did with your app the other year, backwards.
Yeah, the bit that goes around the top had come off and been put on the wrong way around, so I just went off that and I had it on backwards. So it was big like bowler hat bit at the front. Yeah, it was quite funny, and it was actually
For
on the
about
vlog,
a day,
and it was on the vlog like that as well.
Yeah, on the vlog. Yeah.
Who cares?
Hey, all fun and games, isn't it?
And then the weekend after the Western, that's when we head off on our travels. So
Yeah.
we're not going to Texas, love.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I don't think we could do that in that time.
Not this year. Not this year. But yeah, we're heading off, and that's when we go. And I'm very excited, as you can tell. Can't wait to get back out there. We're looking at the weather actually, and it's going to be hot. So the Max Air fans, we will be really putting them through their paces, no doubt. So we will, it's all right. We've had hot weather in the UK, don't get me wrong, and they have been great. Let's see what they're like out there.
And we have bought a portable fridge freezer.
We have, yes, because the fridge we've got is great. Now, we could change it out to a compressor, but they are expensive. So we're going to keep the fridge as it is. It works okay. But if you want a cold drink and we keep opening and shutting that fridge, then obviously it's not as efficient as it could be. And plus, if we don't put a load of drinks in there, i.e. beer and water, then we can put more food in there. Yeah. So we bought the other fridge to stock our beer and a bit of freezer stuff.
Anyway, so that's another thing. If you do know of a good supermarket, that's sort of, because we'd be all right for the first night when we go over the border. Then when we head over to Porto, if there's like a good supermarket you know of, we will find one obviously, but if you do know of one that's easy, it helps us find one quicker, doesn't it? That's
what are these big supermarkets they use in Portugal?
I can't remember. When we was out there, I do remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
I've lost it now. No. So yeah, a good supermarket, and what we're going to do is, rather than just, because our freezer compartment's like that, I'm probably going to put like chips and all that kind of stuff in there, but I want to get some meats and things that we can maybe freeze up and that, so we've always got something, or we can put in the fridge compartment in there as well, something, or we can have it in the fridge in there because we won't be opening the door as much because we've got the drinks in the other one. So we've got to work out how we're going to work it. So the fridge freezer we've got is a cool box.
Yeah, it's a cool box which will be living in the boot or the garage.
It's not one of the main brands. It's not like a Blue Yeti.
No, I can't remember the brand, and we will feature it on future vlogs.
So we went for an affordable, decent one. We checked it out, and that's what we came up with. So we will show you. And
mainly for storing drinks, beer and water, and just that little freezer compartment, like you said. It is a 49-litre one, and we haven't even received it yet. So hopefully it comes in time, and that's why we're not going to show it on here, because we haven't
got it yet,
and we have paid for it, and it's just an extra bit of fridge space.
We did order one off AliExpress, right, and it was a good price. It was different brand, and we were supposed to have received it, so we would have had it now, you see, to show you.
Even though and in the end we've got an automatic refund.
Yeah, it just timed out, and then we got a refund from it. So we're not going to go to AliExpress for electrical stuff or anything, probably for nothing now. My daughter's told me it's like Temu, really, and it's all right for clothes and bits and bobs like that, but not for electrical stuff. So we won't be using that.
No, and plus you don't get the items anyway, so
you get refunded. So which was really bizarre, because it was up for cheaper.
Yeah,
which was mad.
I don't know.
So we went somewhere else. We went to Amazon, got this one. So we'll show you it on the next vlog.
Yeah. Well, it will be. It will be on the Western.
Yeah, we'll have it for the Western.
Hopefully. Yeah. Fingers crossed. And we're going to trial it out. So if you see me walking around with a cowboy hat and a big cooler behind me, because it's got wheels and a handle, keeping my beers cold while I'm going around the show.
I don't think he realises how heavy this is going to be. It'll be empty. You won't be able to fill it up. You'll be able to carry it.
No, it's on wheels.
Yeah, it's still going to be heavy for you. It's a huge one.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah. But that's it really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. We've got nothing more to tell you. We're just really excited about our trip and excited about the Western show. We're excited to meet you guys if you're at the Western. We're excited to find out what suggestions you've got for us.
Yes, get it in the comments. Where should we go in Portugal?
And if we don't get anything, it's fine. I'll just find somewhere. But I'd rather have your input on this, to be honest.
Definitely. Thanks again to everyone that has subscribed, supports the channel. And we will catch you on the next one, which will be the Western. And until then, bye.
See ya.